Doesn't it seem like 2017 has been a home run year for gear? It certainly seems that way to me, although maybe I'm just being a lot more strict with the products that I recommend to you. Today we have another product that I feel is a home run from Nitecore. We looked at the Nitecore Tip, which I feel is a home run keychain flashlight. They're actually coming out with some stainless steel models. They're gonna have a tropical, which is kind of a titanium, a jet black, and then I believe a silver model. So I'm hoping to get my hands on the black and the tropical, probably include those in a future EDC update. Today we're gonna take a look at a light that I think can just about do it all. The SRT9 coming up right now on Living Survival. So I'm not sure we've ever looked at an SRT series from Nitecore. I'm glad I picked this one up, one of their newest models, the SRT9. Let's take a closer look at the features, and then we'll take a look at some all-important night shots. So die-cast design, again, going back to the EC series, although what is different is on the EC, you did unscrew the battery cap. This one, you just press the two buttons on either side and it pops off, which is very cool. So dual 18650s is gonna give you a max of 2,150 lumens at a range of 246 lumens. So definitely quite bright. And even though it's a bright light, like I said, we've been playing with it a ton, and the fact that you can just dial down that brightness, I think, is what helps make the batteries last a lot longer, in addition to it being dual 18650s. The main LED is a Cree XHP50 with an orange peel reflector, and then you see you have 4 separate LEDs in there. Not only do you get that bright max of 2,150 lumens out of the main XHP50, but you also have an ultraviolet light, you have a red light, a green light, and a blue light, and several combinations of them all. We'll look at that in a moment. Moving back from the bezel of the light here, you do have some pretty unique design. Overall, I think it's got a just rock solid build to it. Of course, you've got your smart ring here, which again, not only has your infinite adjustments, but you can also hear that it has some pretty decent click stops to it. Pocket clip on this model, which is pretty cool. Haven't really seen that on too many flashlights where it's integrated into the side here. It is a, I believe, spring steel pocket clip, and the way that it's mounted on the flashlight doesn't make it stick out, which is nice. And then you've got those 2 buttons here to release the battery compartment. Then down the body of the light, you have more grooves, as well as sort of a square pattern here, which gives it a really nice purchase in your hand. It feels really great when you're holding it, operating it, gives you easy access to that smart ring to be able to adjust it. So overall, great fit and finish and great feel to this light. On the back here, again, you squeeze these 2 tabs and that releases the battery compartment. You've got a lanyard here, and then you've got a tail clicky to turn the light on and off. So one thing that most people dislike about multi-mode flashlights is how difficult they are to operate, whether you've got to hold a button down, whether you've got to cycle through different modes to get the mode that you want. And even on some Claris models, you actually have to program it in to whichever model you want, whether it be maybe a sport mode or a tactical mode or an outdoor mode. This light is super simple, even though it's got a bunch of modes, which is another thing that I really find is a positive feature. Nitecore has always had really nice tail switches. They're really rubbery and you get a really solid click with it, and this one is no different. And then you change your modes here with the smart ring. Now, as you notice, it has nice click stops to it. You know, it doesn't wiggle back and forth. There's no movement other than that solid click into position, which is something that I really like. So not only once you get used to which mode you want it on, you can set it to that mode. So if we want it to strobe, we can turn it all the way there. I know the next click down is turbo. Then you've got your infinite brightness. Then you've got your UV, your red, your green, your blue, or red and blue police light, and then you have a strobe, or a beacon, I'm sorry. So, you know, you can set it up the way you want it before you even turn the light on, but most of us are just gonna turn the light on. So I can put it here in the middle into the infinite setting here, and we can turn the light on with a click of the tail switch there. And then you can also momentary, which is nice. So you can just momentary, and of course it's gonna momentary to where you have it. You can see it dials up the brightness there instead of just turning it on really quickly. That's supposed to help your eyes adjust. I'm not sure if that actually works or not. So we can turn the light on, and then you have your infinite brightness all the way up and all the way down. Now if you go down and you get to that click, it's actually in standby mode. So there's no light emitting out of the light, but it is still activated. So it'll sit here in standby mode. So we can go back up and then your next click up is going to be your turbo. That's going to be your 2150 lumens. We can go higher, and that's a strobe. And then we can dial it back down the other way, down to standby. Then we have a UV light, we have a red light, a green light, a blue light, a red and blue light for police, for example, or getting someone's attention on the side of the road. Then you have a beacon. So very nice set of features here for, as I said, a car light or a house light. You know, it's going to work great in emergency situations, signaling situations, situations where you need not a lot of light, situations where you do need a lot of light. It's got a great range to it as well. So overall, just a great set of features. It feels great in the hand, operates really easily. There's not much not to like about the SRT9. So turning the light on and off, very simple. Again, just with a press of the tail cap there, it is going to come back to the brightness level that you had it on previously according to where you have the selector ring selected. And then again, we can increase or decrease the brightness. It has infinite brightness just by twisting the ring there. Now when we go all the way down and click it, it goes into standby mode, and you'll notice the battery indicator there. It's flashing slowly. That means that my battery is greater than 50%. Once it gets down around 50%, it will blink twice in 1 second. And then when your batteries need charging, it will rapidly blink. So we can go ahead and just turn that dial back up. You can see you can go way down here to a very, very low lumen level. And then if we want more light, we just crank up the dial there. We can crank it all the way till it clicks. Once it clicks, you are in the 2150 mode. You can see here that I can shine those trees all the way across the pond. Very, very bright light indeed. Has a perfect amount of flood and spot, in my opinion. Then again, you can variably adjust the light, which I think is super, super cool. If you go all the way up to turbo and then one more click, you get your strobe. Again, if we go all the way down, we go into standby, and then clicking it one more to the left will put us in UV mode, which I can get you down here close to check that out. Then we've got our red, our green, our blue, then a red-blue sort of police signal, and then a beacon. Here again we can see the UV light, the red, green, blue, and then the red and blue flash, and then again the strobe. I'm sorry, the beacon. Beacon is very handy if you want to let somebody know of your location or if you want to signal somebody. And then again, you can either select back up into whatever brightness level you want, or you can turn the light off, select a different setting, and then turn it back on. But you can see here that we get plenty of light shooting out on the pond here, and go all the way across the pond to those trees. Super, super bright. So again, I love the fact that I can dial this light down and just get it to where I have enough light for what I'm looking at or for the application that I'm doing. I think it helps save battery life, and it's super easy. Just a twist of the fingers and you have the light that you need. Much easier than toggling through different brightness levels or even holding down a mode switch. So what a sweet light. I know we've been playing with it ever since I got it. My daughter loves it. She loves to play cops and robbers with the red and blue lights. The UV light is cool. It's so cool that it has all those options built right in. The red light, the green light, the blue light, the red blue light, the ultraviolet light, the strobe. It has everything, and it's all at the twist of that dial, which I find is awesome. Battery life seems to last a lot longer than my standard lights that you put it at a pre-selected mode, because you can just dial the brightness infinitely to whatever brightness you need it on. You don't need as much light, you just dial it down a little bit. You want a little bit more light momentarily, you just dial it up a little bit. It also has nice click stops built in so that you can click stop at the turbo, you can click stop at the strobe, and then of course you can click stop at every one of those special LED colors as well. I think this light would be a perfect car kit light, a light that you keep in your car and you use it in and around your vehicle. It is a great emergency light with the different LED colors and the strobe function. It also would be a great home light, home defense type light, something maybe you keep at your bedside, something maybe you just keep in the kitchen and you use it every time you need a flashlight. As I said, we've been using it so much and I have yet to charge the batteries. The die-cast frame is something that I really like from Nitecore, dating way back to when they originally did it with the EC series, I believe. It is a fantastic, rugged build, and again, with all those different features built in, you'd think it would be overly complicated to use. It's really not. You got your tail switch on and off, and you got your ring to select whichever lighting mode you like. So I think it's another home run for Nitecore. I'm going to put some links below to Amazon where you guys can check out the SRT9 as well as pick one up for yourself. My Amazon links do now work with Canada and the UK. As long as the product is available in those regions, it should default for you to those regions. If not, it's always going to work at the USA store. Anything you purchase through the Amazon links does help support my channel. I greatly appreciate it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video today. Please give it a big thumbs up for me. Leave me some comments below. Please share this video to your friends and family who might be interested in the SRT9 on your social media. You can follow me on my social media as well. Instagram, Facebook, all those links are below in the description. As always, if you haven't already done so, please click subscribe and subscribe to my channel for more videos.